Huh.
Imagine if you're a hardcore, old school rock and roll fan living in 1987, exactly 30 years ago. And you have to deal with synth pop groups, cheesy hair bands, writing cheesy songs about cheesy love, ruling the rock and roll radio stations. Now imagine what it was like when God opened up the heavens, shone a light upon the earth, and presented you with a little band called Guns and Roses. Now, in 1987, that was the year that my mom graduated high school. And exactly 30 years later, in 2017, was the year I started high school. Yay! But anyways, Guns N' Roses, they were monumental. And yeah, they only made 3 good albums and only lasted being good for a couple of years. But in that short time, they managed to kick so much butt because rock and roll really needed a kick in the butt. And that's exactly what they decided to do. They just mopped the floor of all these cheesy hair bands and kind of brought back good old school hardcore rock and roll music just the way we liked it. This band was dirty, they were nasty, they were full of attitude, they were full of raunch, great skill, just epic, amazing, good American rock band. And Appetite for Destruction, their debut album, is in my opinion probably one of the greatest rock and roll records ever made. And that's why we're checking it out today. Ladies and gentlemen, Appetite for Destruction. Oh yeah, this is where it all starts. Probably the greatest Guns N' Roses song ever made. Probably one of the greatest album openers ever made. Probably even one of the greatest rock and roll songs ever made. It's Welcome to the Jungle. God, this song is cool. And, I mean, it's not often that such a famous song can never get boring like this one does. It is just so cool. With those opening high-pitched guitar notes, you know that you're in for a treat. It's raunchy, it's dirty, it's nasty. It's probably one of the greatest album openers ever. This song is just like pretty much the perfect Guns N' Roses song. If you're looking for a singular song to pretty much compile all of their sound together, this is the song that would. If you wanted to know what Guns N' Roses was all about, you would listen to Welcome to the Jungle. This song is awesome. And I just can't wait for more. You can't dislike this song. A lot of average Joes can't really say that they remember Guns N' Roses' first single, but I, for one, find it's so easy to remember. I'm sorry, that was horrible. It's So Easy was Guns N' Roses' first single ever, and I think that although it's not as good as a way to introduce themselves as Welcome to the Jungle is, this song is amazing. I love this. I love the opening rolling bass line. I love how wild and provocative it is. I love even how it got started. It was originally written by Guns N' Roses' friend, West Arkeen, and it was really kind of started out as like an acoustic, like, love song. But then Axl Rose and Duff McKagan and all those guys showed up, and yeah, we got this masterpiece. And although I would love to hear the acoustic version, this just rocks the hell out. I mean, this song is great, and I have always loved it. Appetite for Destruction might as well have been called Guns N' Roses' greatest hits, because, I mean, like, every single song on here is a hit, and Nightrain is no exception. We're only 3 tracks in, and Appetite is already better than most rock and roll records out there. And we're only 3 tracks in. Nightrain is just epic in a sleazy, grimy way that makes Guns N' Roses just so darn awesome. The lyrics are just plain cool, and the guitar work is just out of this world. And of course, the opening cowbell just adds to more raunch and just lovely grime just dripping off of Guns N' Roses. Another killer song. This has long been one of my favorite songs by them. Out to Get Me is not exactly the most famous Guns N' Roses song, but it is a concert staple and one of the definitive songs of their sound. It has awesome guitar work, and Axl Rose's Bad Boy lyrics really add to the griminess of the sound. It's not exactly my favorite song, but it's still an awesome song to listen to. Where do I start with how cool the song Mr. Brownstone is? Probably at the intro. So, the song is introduced with just some jagged, palm-muted guitar chops from Slash. And then Izzy Stradlin produces a snaky, slimy guitar lick just by sliding his hand down the neck. And then, after just some crazy, springy guitar noises coming out of Slash, both boys break into probably one of the coolest Guns N' Roses riffs I've ever heard. Yes, this is Mr. Brownstone. This song is just cool. I mean, it's dirty, it's nasty, it's grimy, it's sleazy, it's anti-drug. Yeah, that's right, this song is about the dangers of drugs, which is kind of weird and ironic, considering that these guys are such bad boys and frequently use drugs. But of course, they would have the first-hand experience on how dangerous these chemicals and materials are. But yeah, this song is just great, and not only is it just a cool song, but it has just a really cool message too. Paradise City is yet another hit off Appetite for Destruction. It was also the first Guns N' Roses song I ever heard in my life, which makes it have a pretty special place in my heart. And I have heard a couple of fans, not most, but a couple, say that this song is a little too poppy, or it's the kind of song that should only be played at baseball stadiums. But whoever you guys are, you're dead wrong. Because about after the minute mark, this song breaks into just manic glory, fast-paced, hard-rocking awesomeness that just rocks the house just as hard as anything else in the Guns N' Roses canon. This song is great, and even though some more very small amounts of fans have said it's a bit overplayed, I don't care. To me, it's one of those songs that's just very special in the fact it's like Welcome to the Jungle, one of the very famous songs that can be listened to time and time again and still maintain its classic, great feel to it, you know? Paradise City is just an excellent song and was an awesome introduction to the band for me. Guns N' Roses are a dirty, nasty band. I might have said that a couple times. But this song is almost a little too dirty and nasty. It's not in a sexual way, though. It's just kind of, harsh. Yeah, it's not just as much as what they're singing about, just the sound of it is a little too harsh. And it kind of grates on my ears. But then, thing is, it's still a really cool song, and would be a highlight if it were on any other album, which really leads you to believe, or really leads you to think about, if this is like the worst song on the album, how good can they get? Are Guns N' Roses able to do bad stuff? I mean, who knows how good this band could get? Is there any limit to their musical abilities? Oh yeah, there's that one. But then there's also this one. That's pretty much a third of their entire discography. Next. Think About You is a boring, lame, cheesy power ballad. Okay, alright. Okay, I was kidding. It's another awesome song, like Guns N' Roses didn't have enough of those. But no, seriously, this song is it's just great. I mean, the opening guitar work is just amazing. And it has this very unique quality that is not found in many songs. Think About You manages to be fast, loud, and just rocks. Yet at the same time, its lyrics are tender, sweet, and loving. And they put them together, and you get this really great song where both the sweet, tender part is evident, and also just the loud, rocking parts too. And it just blends together to make just something great. I mean, really. But just, can you make a bad song for once, Guns N' Roses?
You want to step into my world? It's a such a psychotic state of bliss!
Don't you threaten me. Sweet Child of Mine. Man, that's such a great song. And, I mean, every single person over the age of 3 knows it. I mean, everybody knows that song. I mean, the guitar riff is just legendary. The solo is epic. I mean, it's just a great song. The lyrics are just sweet and gentle and shows another side of Guns N' Roses. And it's really no wonder that it's a classic. But really, this is just Guns N' Roses' first album. This is their debut. And look at all the amazing songs they have on this album. It's really incredible. It really is. Crazy is a raw and vicious jab at crazy girlfriends. And although there are 2 versions, the hard-rocking electric version on this album and the acoustic version on Lies, I probably prefer this one because it's just like screechy and just harsh lyrics better fit this style of music. But the acoustic is still great and should probably be checked out. And yes, it is yet another hard rocker that just kicks butt. What else is new? This song's great. Of all of the deep cuts on Appetite for Destruction, Anything Goes is probably my favorite, even though it was the song they played the least live on this album. But yeah, I know I've said this about every single other song on Appetite, but it's dirty, it's nasty, but most of all, it is raunchy. Good gosh, it is kinky. But what gives it its ultimate sleaze factor? Its ultimate slimy goodness it generates? No, the song does not have a wee-wee. It's actually this. The Guiro is a Latin American percussion instrument consisting of an open-ended hollow cord with parallel notches cut in one side. It is usually played by rubbing a... I really hope we're not thinking the same thing right now. I think it's fair to say that Anything Goes is at the peak of the mountain of their kinky best. No. I think that this is them at their most raunchy. Or it's at least very high up on the mountain of their raunchiness. Rocket Queen is the perfect way to close out Appetite for Destruction. Even though it's not their most energetic song, and it's pretty much the slowest song on this entire album. But it just has this slow, menacing, dangerous groove that just perfectly encapsulates how, like, sexy and menacing their sound can be. And also, all members of the band are on fire on this song. I mean, Steven, great behind the kit. Duff, bass lines, very good. Izzy Slash, great guitar work here. And Axel is just cool as ever. Or just as cool as he was in the 80s. He's not exactly cool anymore. But yeah, okay, yeah. But really, I think we can all agree that the true star of this song is Steve Thompson, Guns N' Roses' recording engineer and my hero. Yes, Steve looks all happy right now, but this man has seen some crazy stuff. In 1987, during the recording of Rocket Queen, Axl Rose decided that the already raunchy Rocket Queen needed a bit more kink to it. So he asked Mr. Thompson to maybe record him and some chick Well, okay, guys, we're finally here. Sorry about it being so long, but I mean, I can't get enough of just talking about how great this album is. And I really hope you like my review, and I really, really recommend checking out this album. There are literally no weak points on the entire record. In fact, the only thing I don't like about it is the fact that because it's explicit, I'm not allowed to blast it so everyone else can hear it. This album, Appetite for Destruction, is a milestone in rock and roll. It is one of the greatest debut albums of all time. And it's just a classic. And it's just aged excellently over the past 30 years. It's just an amazing record. I can't recommend this album enough. Well, guys, I hope you like my review, and please like, subscribe, comment nice things, suggestions, constructive criticism. I'm open for all of it. Well, I really hope you like my video, guys. Bye.